Hello, this video is going to teach you some tricks to organize your email. So we'll start off with just the basic ways that you can access your email. So you can type in, gmail.com in the URL of a new tab. If you access it, frequently, it can show up here as kind of a shortcut. Later in the Chrome topic for this unit, we're going to look at adding it as a bookmark. So it's pretty much accessible on any website. Gmail has a button right here. Or again, if you access the Google Apps waffle icon, then Gmail is kind of, right up here. So I'm going to go ahead and access it that way. So you can see that now you can use a Google Meet right there in Gmail. So we'll be getting into that in a future video. As you can see, I did not turn off my email announcements as I showed you in the notifications video in Google Classroom. So I have gotten quite a few emails with notifications for new assignments and questions, which as you can see, if teachers posting a whole bunch at once, it really clogs up your email. It can get kind of confusing because you could miss a really important email because it's buried underneath all of those. So I really suggest you watch the notifications video if you haven't already to make sure you turn off certain notifications, email notifications in Classroom, so you don't get this giant bombardment of emails. Okay, so say this was an email from my teacher, and I wanted to, you can add it to your tasks. So this kind of opens up a thing that helps you to keep track of important things. So I have a thing here. I can add it to tasks. And when I get done, I can kind of check it off and say, okay, it's done. So if this was something I knew, I had to do it and I would make a task. I can also snooze it. So it's something that I don't really want to look at right now. And one of the things that I think is most helpful is that you can create labels. So then I can create a label. So it will label things for me. So I will make a label name Mrs. Cremines. And I'm going to nest this label under, if I had created other ones, so maybe I could create a label for, let's start first actually, for the school year, 2020 to 2021. Okay, and I'm just going to make that as a label. And you will see that it kind of disappeared. So I can go down here and see that it is now in my label. So I can add a sublabel to this one. So this is what I want to do. I want to make a sublabel for my teachers perhaps. So here's one. And so then I can actually label this as 2021 Mrs. Cremines. And so then say, I also have a sublabel. My teachers are, Mrs. Bonnie. Whoops, accidentally hit the N there. And create sublabel for her. So then if I go back to my inbox and pretend that this email was from her, then I can add a label as this year and then Mrs. Bonnie. So then it will be applied to, it will have this little icon here that shows it's applied to her label. So then if I wanted to keep these emails around for a while, then I could go ahead and add them to this one here. And they would have a label showing that they are from Mrs. Cremines. And if I want to just look at emails from Mrs. Cremines, then I could go ahead and click here. And it shows that these are in my inbox. And this one is in my 2021 label. So then I could do that with these ones too. Add them to this. All right, so those are labels. That helps you to keep things organized. So you can just kind of see at a glance, or if you just wanted to filter things out, you could get rid of everything that wasn't one of those labels. You can also star important emails. So if they get buried, you can always go here to the star and you can see anything that you have given a star to. And here's where you can see things that you have snoozed. So say you wanted to go back and check tomorrow on the tasks that you have snoozed, you put them there. You can look at your spam, and you can add some sort of there's categories, which we don't really focus on because we won't be getting a lot of you know social type or promotions from businesses because this is a school email account. So if you start to make an email and then you stop and you can save it as a draft, here's where you would find your drafts. So really the things I want you to take away from this are that you can create labels so you can kind of filter and find things really easily if you're hanging on to your emails. And then you can star specific emails and filter them that way so you can find things that are important. And you can also, mark everything as being read. So I read all these, but I don't really want to go through and actually read. I want to see unread messages when I pop up next time. So that is all there is to keeping your Gmail a little bit more organized. I highly suggest going through as well and just deleting old emails that you don't need. So you can either, click through them all, or if you know everything in it is trash, you can just use the checkbox and just mark it all. So I'm going to go ahead and delete all of these because I didn't really actually need any of those emails. So what I suggest is if you have a Gmail from, previous years and it is bombarded, I would just keep checking and just getting rid of everything from previous years. So you don't need to hold on to those emails and go ahead and start off this year with a completely empty inbox with nothing but the emails that you will be getting, for the new school year. All right, that's all there is. Thank you.